Hey everybody, it's Chod with #Chodeats. I got my baker's hat on because I usually don't bake, but I'm going to try to make my granny's homemade noodles today. So I've already started to put some ingredients in here. Let me tell you, here's what I've got. I got 2 cups of flour, 2 eggs, a half of an eggshell of water, about a tablespoon of salt, teaspoon of salt. And so I'm getting ready to mix this all up, and I've got my paper out here with some flour on it. I tried these once before and I never had no luck, so I'm going to try them again today, and we're going to see how this turns out. I mean, Grandma made them. She made it look easy. I need me one of those KitchenAids that does all this work for you. Well, I have a KitchenAid. She's my wife. Her name's Jody. But I told her that I want to try this today, so she's helping me out here. She usually is the one that cleans up all the mess when I'm done. This looks awful dry. I don't know what am I going to have to add if it's too dry. I might have to have my assistant look at this while I'm mixing. These look pretty darn dry. And I think somebody said you don't want them too dry. So I'm mixing it up here and it's pretty dry. So I'm going to have my assistant get me something. Can you get me? Alright, so here I am trying to make noodles, and I ain't sure what this is supposed to look like or nothing, but it looks a little dry to me. I added just a little bit of water, but looks like it might be coming to life now. And it also says don't work with dough a lot as it will get too tough. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do, because it still looks pretty floury to me. I mean, looks like it's just going to crumble. I'm going to add a little more water, see what happens. I mean, this is a learning process for me. I'm sure there's other people that make it look easy just like Granny did. Alright, so I don't know what they mean when they say don't work it too much. I don't know how much is too much. So, see, if you look at it, it looks pretty dry to me. But what do I know? I'm not a baker. Well, I guess put it down, see what happens. So I got some flour spread out here. Try to put some on my rolling pin. I think it says you're supposed to roll as thin as you can. This ought to be interesting. Oh yeah. Now I know why I was never a noodle maker. Look at that. I guess it just takes a little time to learn how to do this stuff. Well, not a little bit of time. It probably takes a lot of practice. And my grandma had a lot of practice. And as you can see, I don't have a lot of practice at this. But they seem to be rolling out. Just, they look pretty dry and, I don't know, looks flaky to me. I don't think that's how noodles are supposed to look. I guess we'll know more once I get them rolled out. Look at there, I'm rolling them out. I don't know how many noodles this is supposed to make, but it don't look like it's going to make very darn many. Whoa, looky there, I rolled her up. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be a good noodle maker or not. My noodles look pretty thick. Ah, there it broke. These noodles look awful thick to me. Yeah, they're sticking. They ain't supposed to stick. Maybe I was supposed to flip it over. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get me some more flour, I think. Looks like I pretty much made a mess. Yeah, I'm thinking maybe I should have flipped them over once. Because things ain't looking too good on my end. Yeah, it don't appear to be working very well for me. Those look like awful thick noodles, don't they, assistant? They're still rolling out though. See that? They ain't the prettiest looking thing. I don't know how thick they're supposed to be, but I think they swell up. Yeah, because they're going to swell. They're going to get thicker. So I think I need to roll them out a little thinner. Alright, I'm getting them rolled out. Looky there. If you didn't know any better, you'd think I was a noodle maker. Alright, so I think I'm going to leave well enough alone. Like I said, they're not the prettiest thing. The directions say I got to let them rest 10 to 15 minutes and they will swell, and then roll again and cut into strips and allow to dry. And you can put the unused noodles in a plastic bag in the freezer. So stay tuned for when I roll them again and cut them, and we'll see how they turn out. See you. Alright, here we are, everybody. They've set for 15 minutes. I'm going to re-roll them. I can feel the moisture in them, which is strange because it wasn't a lot of, I had a problem with them. Need to flip them over, but I'm half scared because they're kind of flaky. But you're supposed to re-roll them after 15 minutes of setting. So let me see what happens here. And they're still rolling. They're rolling out even farther. Look at that. Pretty nice. There we go. I don't know how much I should be re-rolling or whatnot, but I just rolled them out again. I don't want to roll them too much because they're actually looking pretty good. At least what I think they should look like. So once they're rolled out again, I think's when we cut them and let them dry. So I think we're just going to leave them alone, and then you cut them into strips and allow to dry. So I'm just going to use a pizza cutter here. You can probably cut them in however wide of strips you want. Let me just take the edge off here first. Kind of make them look nice. See that? I mean, those are usable, they're just not pretty. Look at that. Alright, so let me cut them. We're going to go about 3/8 of an inch wide is what I'm guessing. See that? Looks like a noodle to me. I might have made my first successful batch of noodles. I guess when we go to eat them, that's when we'll really know. Like I said, I'm not a perfect cutter here, but we're going to do the best we can. Yeah, they look like noodles. Look at that. I'll be darned. I could just start calling myself a noodle maker. After all. And I don't know how many of these make. I mean, you know when you cook noodles, they swell up anyhow. So this is actually probably quite a bit of noodles when you cook them. Looks like several noodles there to me already. And they're separating good. See that? Look at there. So you can just start calling me Chod with Chodeats noodle maker. Keep cutting them here. I guess if I knew they were going to turn out this good, I would have made a double batch. Maybe I'll still make another batch. That way we can freeze some for a later date, you know, since I've already got the mess out here. Plus my assistant Jody, she don't like to keep cleaning messes up all the time. because I'm good at making messes. You could just ask her about that. I'm sure she would agree. Looky there, we're getting them. That's a lot of cutting. I think there's more noodles here than you realize. Hopefully I'm cutting them the right width. I'm just kind of judging them from what I've seen from Granny. Man, Granny, she was a good cook. She was old school. They knew how to do all this. They had to learn this. I know she wouldn't be very happy with the way the world is today. But anyhow, I'm glad she left us this recipe. I had to have my assistant Jody call my cousin this morning to find out about how much salt to use in here, because on Grandma's recipe it just said use some salt. Didn't tell us the amounts, nothing like that. And Faith, my cousin, she's a baker as well, and she knows how to make this stuff because her mom, which is my Aunt Donna, they're good cooks as well. Look there, I'm making noodles. So we're just about done here. When we get done, I'm going to pick up one of these noodles so you can take a gander at it. I think these are called egg noodles. So I got them all cut. How long should I make them, assistant? 3 or 4 inches long? That ain't very long. I'm thinking that that ain't 3 inches ain't very long. But that's what she said, so that's what I'm going to do. She is the boss. I'll make them 4 inches. Looky there. I'll tell you what, I'm a damn good noodle maker. Grandma might be proud. There was a whole bunch of noodles. So let me pick one up. Look there. I think these are going to turn out great. So anyhow, everybody, if you want this recipe, this is from my grandma Dorothy. Real simple recipe, except you want to use 1 tablespoon of salt to start with. Teaspoon. I just got corrected again. So anyhow, if you can see that, there's the recipe. So until next time, everybody, see ya.